Chaos. Boris forced to resign after tons of scandal before Christmas that proved poor leadership. Outrage over apparent parties at number 10 during the COVID lockdown. Sleaze allegations and Tory revolts have sent Boris Johnson's popularity ratings tumbling. Daily Mail assistant editor Simon Walters has spoken to many of those who know the Prime Minister best to find out how, or perhaps if, they think he can recover politically in the new year. Tory MPs calling on Boris Johnson to get a grip of a Downing Street machine that has looked chaotic in recent weeks should be aware of a telling incident. Mr. Johnson had caused a furore by performing one of his trademark political stunts, departing from a pre-prepared speech and ad-libbing. But, while he may have received a standing ovation, Mr. Johnson made a hash of the policy he was supposed to be announcing. Rose over number 10 parties, the first serious signs of cabinet dissent over potential COVID restrictions, plus a mass Tory backbench revolt and a series of sleaze allegations have all led to speculation that would have seemed unthinkable less than 3 months ago, a possible leadership challenge. And most of these problems can be traced back to Johnson and his team at number 10. Of course, part of Johnson's complex political character thrives on chaos because he knows he's at his best when he seizes victory from the jaws of defeat at the last moment, with one simple wisecrack or a Churchillian performance. Indeed, he weathered a similarly disastrous initial spell as London Mayor in 2008, with mistakes, sleaze allegations and resignations. But he turned it round. And he did so by bringing in some trusted big hitters to do the political heavy lifting behind the scenes, leaving him to do what he does best, spreading his Boris boosterism around the capital. However, now that he's Prime Minister, eccentric performances like his recent address to the Confederation of British Industry, in which he started talking about a recent trip to Peppa Pig World, run the risk of giving the impression that he sees the crowd-pleasing antics that made him popular as mayor will do the same in a much more serious role. And in truth, they won't. One of his team was said to be taken aback when, after scanning a copy of the CBI speech prepared for him, unimpressed Mr. Johnson gave a 3-word reply: "Where's the jokes?" Certainly, Boris without the humour wouldn't be Boris. But in the words of one of his former campaign chiefs, becoming a laughing-stock PM is no joke. Former Aston Villa boss Dean Smith has aimed a dig at Prime Minister Boris Johnson at his latest Norwich City press conference. Smith was facing the media ahead of Norwich's Premier League clash with Arsenal at Carrow Road on Boxing Day. Connor Southwell, a reporter from the Norwich Evening News, was questioning Smith about the upcoming fixtures over the festive period, some others having already been postponed due to coronavirus outbreaks. The Canaries chief was asked, "I thought managers were part politicians these days." Smith replied, "Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the cheese and wine." This is a reference to a photograph which emerged of Mr. Johnson, his staff and his then-fiancée, Carrie Johnson, sitting round a table with cheese and wine in the number 10 garden in May 2020, during the first national lockdown as a result of the pandemic. The picture, which Downing Street said shows a work meeting, has sparked further accusations of parties being held across Whitehall during periods when London was under tight COVID restrictions on social gatherings. Smith went on to comment on the current situation regarding COVID-19 and football, stating, "I don't think it's likely to go back to no supporters. The way the government have pushed for second and booster jabs, I think it would be wrong to keep supporters away now. I think I've had more conversations with my head of medical and doctor in the last few weeks than I have anyone else." Smith also commented on the congested Christmas schedule where he outlined, 48 hours turnaround is too short. Their bodies need to recover. We want to see spectacles to recover.